burrito. And so I go to the bathroom. I was going to go up in the upstairs one where it was a bit safer. But she was in there and was like, oh, you just go downstairs, the one in the right by the entranceway to the house, that bathroom. And I was just like, all right, well, I hop in there, take just a foul abomination of a shit, and just go to flush it and have...
Now, let me ask you this about the shit. Was it one of those that, as horrible as it is, it's over in like 7 seconds flat?
Oh, it was a speed run. You know,
it's one of those where you have to sit quickly so you don't just shit everywhere.
Yeah, you're like shuffling down. You have to sit. It comes out so quickly and so much force that like there are waves splashing over the side of the bowl. But so I go in there and take the shit, and I feel so much better immediately. Flush, about to leave, and I see that scary look, that tepid filth water moving a little closer to the top. Oh, it probably just takes a bit. Some toilets raise higher. It keeps coming. It gets to the point where like I'm like willing it. It's like stop. And it gets to like right on the rim of the bowl, just soupy shit water. And like an idiot, instead of just plunging it and trying to get it under control, I
Flush
go,
it.
let's give it a go.
We've been taught since the time we were 4. You flush to get the poop to go away, and you just do it without thinking.
Did it without thinking, immediately realized the error of my ways as it just cascades down the side all over the place. Like 3 minutes later after this, when I'm like, hey, like yelling for her that their whole foyer is covered in shit. Her mom gets home, and she walks in through the front door, and like, of course, I was right by there, and she was like, oh, Jesus, oh my God, and I'm just standing there beat red because I just pooped the foyer.
Oh,
and,
God.
it was, like, even thinking about it now, I'm cringing so hard.
All right, so this is there's something about Mary type scenario. What happened with you and this girl post you shitting in her house?
I mean, it wasn't like a huge freak out. Like, I think she was just as embarrassed as I was almost, where she was like, oh, God, this guy's shitting all over my house. Parents already don't like him. But, yeah, it obviously didn't end up working out quite a while later, but I don't think it was shit related. Yeah.
What's that I walk into?
That is hilarious.
So we had this teacher in high school who was like legitimately going blind. Like he couldn't see light yellow. He couldn't see yellow very well at all. We could deftly play catch with tennis balls in his class while he was talking to us, and as long as they were brand new, catch it, throw it to someone else. He didn't know what was going on. We put a doll in a seat one day for a kid that was out, and it was like one of those like blow up, like it was not blow up. It was like a straw doll for like one of those field day things they were doing, and they put it there. And at one point he was like, Jared, care to comment? And he's like, nope, guess not. It's just like it just kept going on with the class. And that one just came back to me. This is the other one. Is we were supposed to do this. He made us turn in our essays had to be longer in that class because he couldn't read like the 12-point font as well. Really nice guy, but he made us do a big presentation on a piece of poster board, and it was like about some history shit, like maybe a Renaissance era, and we did it. We did everything correctly. We all did it as a group. I thought that it was going to go off without a hitch, just a regular presentation, boring. And the like troublemaker in our group, who was selected to be the presenter, because there's only one person presenting and the other 2 people did the work. So it was like, all right, I can do this shit. You just don't fuck it up when you get up there. He had written in highlighter in the background of all the details of it so that all the kids could see it, just wrote, "You are a fag," on the poster board in highlighter. And so he got up there, and like my name's on this project, and so like he got up there, like standing up there, and like me and my other mate are just like, oh Jesus Christ, we're so fucked, this is gonna work. And he gave the whole presentation, everybody's laughing, the teacher's just like, now the Baroque era isn't that funny, and it's like has no idea. But so I wasn't immediately associated with that, but it was really assholeish.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Wow.
Yeah, really taking advantage of
blind man tricks.
Have I told you guys about the, I know I told it on my channel years and years ago, but about the Poop Bandit story?
Tell it again.
The Poop Bandit? Okay, so there's this, it's not me, but there's this kid, the Bathroom Bandit, they call him at our high school. this kid, this weirdo, and I was the only one who 100% knew, to my knowledge, what was happening, who was doing it, because I almost caught him on accident one day early in the morning. This weird kid, he would go into school, sometimes really early, and he would go into the bathroom, shit into a paper towel, and then write on the wall Joker-esque messages like, ha 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 ha, you'll never catch me, in shit on the wall or on the inside of stalls, and like clues like getting closer question mark, like things like that, to the point that our morning announcements, they had to say, like, to whoever has been defacing our bathrooms, please, if you know anything about this person, report it to the principal. You won't be told out. But the time I figured out it was him, and this happened at all times throughout the day. It wasn't always the morning. I don't know how we never got caught. You'd go to class, come back out before lunch, I need to use the restroom, walk in, ha ha ha. Like, there's shit on the wall. Like, when did this ghost of a person find it? Like, it got to the point that teachers were logging your bathroom exits. And I went into school really early when he decided to strike one day. And I was about to walk into the bathroom, and this kid walked out. And he knew me, and so he was like, "Oh, Taylor, I wouldn't go in there if it seems a certain bandit has struck again." And then he walked away, and I'm like, "Oh, Mike, I knew it was you, like, you bastard." And so,
Shit bandit.
Yeah, Mike was the bathroom bandit.
Did he ever get caught?
No, he knew when to stop. It was an Ocean's 11 style, calculated mayhem he was running there. But that's
hilarious.
The poor
That's
janitor,
great.
he became so sullen and downfallen every time he had to go in there and clean the shit. Well, then you're a smarter man than me, because when I was in high school, I had a group of friends, and we would go to this place called Sky Zone. I don't know if that was like all over the place or it was just like a regional thing, but it was basically floors and walls, not like straight up walls, but like the angled kind, and then the floor of trampolines. It was all trampolines, and you could go into like the free jumping area and like fuck around and do like crazy flips and whatnot, but we never did that. They had a dodgeball course there, a couple of them, and it was like the same thing. Tons of trampolines on the ground, and then like trampolines on the side, so you could like jump up and do like flips off the wall while you're dodging and throwing. It was really, really cool and fun. And we used to go there, me and a group of like 4 other friends, and we'd go and play like pub matches, I guess, is the equivalent of that. We'd go and play any takers, and we would thrash people. We didn't lose ever playing in our pub matches. Like, it got to the point where like we all pumped each other up enough, like we'd like leave there and go to Steak and Shake or something nearby and be like, "Yeah, we're pretty fucking good at this. Did you see they have a tournament? Did you see they have a tournament for this stuff? Dude, let's enter the tournament. It's only like $15 a person, and we'll play in the tournament, and who knows, maybe we'll do decently well. Maybe we're not going to win, but we'll do okay, I'm sure. Like, we beat everybody." And it's the same kind of thing as
Secretly
like
holding out hope you will win.
yeah, like there are clips of like there was this guy from like a few years ago named John Scott in the NHL. Who's like 6'10" or something retarded and was just an enforcer. And next to NHL players when he was playing, he looked terrible. Like was not on the level of the other NHLers. But then you watch clips of that guy with like normal humans and like normal hockey players, like beer league guys, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's got dangles, he's got hands, he's skating up and down, he's moving back and forth real quick, and like that was the level of skill difference that like was shown to me after this. Is we show up, and first thing I notice is we're the only team that doesn't have a uniform. We showed up in t-shirts and shorts. We're a bunch of 16-year-old guys, and everybody else has like ball fondlers or like other sexual puns and stuff written on their chest. And the other thing I noticed at first is like, oh no, these are adults. All of these are adult men in their like mid-20s, mid-30s, like fit, active men. And there was one big, fat Samoan guy on like the ball fondlers team or something. And I'm like, well, hopefully we get put up against them, because I can hit that guy no problem. Like, he's not jumping anywhere. He's going to puncture a hole in the goddamn trampolines. And so thank God we got paired up against this guy's team in the first round. And like they have all the balls in the middle, And so as it starts, what we used to do is we'd jump to the middle. It turns out that we didn't have a physics professor on our team because the other guy did this crazy thing where he was like skipping across the trampolines. We're like, how's he getting this kind of speed? Like he wasn't elevating himself. He was going like like one of those running lizards across water. Jesus Christ, lizards, like that kind of thing. And so we get there. Our team only gets like 3 of the balls. They get like 7. And we're in the back, kind of like bouncing up and down, like, all right, we gotta wait and let them throw some first before we start going. And the big fat Samoan guy hasn't moved. He's standing on the back, in between where the trampolines are on one of the hard areas. And one of the guys who grabbed one of the good balls, everybody who plays dodgeball knows that there are the good balls and the shitty balls. And he grabs the good ball, gives it to, the guy who looks like he's saying Somewhere Over the Rainbow in that giant, the guy who died, big fat fuck, and gives it to him. And he immediately he fires a dodgeball harder than I've ever seen anyone throw a dodgeball in my life. This guy's boom! There was no fucking arc. There was nothing. It was a frozen rope. Just boom! Hits my buddy, who's usually pretty good at catching, just hits him so hard it bounces back. One of their sly guys does his little skipping maneuver, grabs it again, gives it to the big guy. He, boom, fires another one out, gets another one of my friends out. I'm already realizing this was a poor decision and a waste of $15. We tried getting them so hard. We maybe got 2 other guys out the whole game, and we got pummeled. Like, all 6 teams or whatever were playing on like 2 of the 3 courts, and our game was over when they were like a third of the way through their real game with real men. It was terrible. By the time we got to match 3, the active conversation in our group was, how many more are left? Like, how many more times do we have to go against big Samoan guy again? Because I don't want to play that way. One of my friends got hit so hard and was so discouraged. We had an extra friend there who ended up pinching in, that he goes, I'm fucking done with this. This isn't fun. And so he went up to like that balcony to watch us get our asses kicked. Douche. You know who I'm talking to if you're listening to this. Carter. But yeah, it was not a fun experience, but it really opened my eyes to like, wow, I thought I was genuinely really, really above average, bordering on pretty good at dodgeball, and these guys demonstrated that we suck cock, and we didn't even have the wherewithal to stop at a screen printing press for shirts